It's weird when I'm starting these. I can see how YouTube like sometimes does these like chunks of rollouts of notifications to people. It's weird how their system works sometimes. Sometimes everybody gets it all at once, and sometimes it's like 2 people, then 4 people, then 8 people, then 16 people. Lard ass. Damn.
Good start.
I know. It wouldn't be one of these streams if it didn't start immediately with a personal insult to me.
Fat fuck. Lard ass.
What a lard ass.
Cross-eyed retard.
It's okay. That's how these poor blighted retards say that they love you. They don't know any other way.
That's their only way of expressing love.
Yep.
Poor bastards.
All they ever got from their parents was the back of their hand.
That's probably all they ever deserved.
I mean, yeah, it's true. Disappointing children. DFF was awesome. Thank you. Hey, Paul, I have a question about Blade Runner 2049. So with Ryan Gosling's character, did he have the memories of the boy twin replicant?
What?
Unless I'm really fundamentally misremembering the plot, which is totally possible because it's been a while since I saw it. I don't really understand what you're asking. He was the boy twin replicant, right?
I thought he had the memories of
Or no, yeah, he had the memories of
was it what was it the woman who gave him her memories, or was it she gave him someone else's memories?
I think the woman gave him somebody else's memories.
Yeah. I don't know, I'll have to watch it again.
Yeah, it's been too long.
It's a pretty complex movie. I wanted to see it again in theaters, but
I think the person doesn't understand the plot twist. He had the memories of the girl doctor. Yeah, that's what I thought. The girl doctor that's in the bubble. So it was her memories.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
She fucking was the kid.
The girl doctor in the bubble was actually the orphan girl who was a natural. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
right.
You're right, Ashley.
That's
Ashley's got a way better fucking memory.
Yep.
She's a woman anyway. They have infinite memories.
Yeah.
They never
Usually
forget.
An encyclopedic memory of everything you've ever done wrong.
Oh yeah.
That's something we'll talk about in the near future.
Mm-hmm. Every slight.
Every slight you ever done, every bridge you ever burned, every lesson that you took too long to learn. Your bitch remembers it.
Yep.
She will throw it in your face.
Oh yeah.
It's unfair as fuck too, because you know she's done shit wrong too.
Yeah, but you ain't got it.
You ain't cataloging that shit in your head. So it's like she comes.
I think the was something that just perfectly like helps her argument in the moment, and I can't really dispute it because
you don't remember. It's like,
I can't say no. That's not what I said. I said this because I don't remember the fucking conversation. So.
Yeah, that's why you just don't argue with women.
Oh man, that is impossible sometimes.
I don't know, man.
It's absolutely fucking impossible sometimes,
I'm pretty
dude.
good at not arguing. So, well, I'm pretty good at arguing too, but
Yeah.
when it comes to women, or it comes to my relationship, women.
I'm just too hot-headed. I get real argumentative.
Yeah, well, that's gonna be your downfall, dude.
Oh, it's always been my downfall. I mean, what do you want? I draw from it so hard that like the thought of getting rid of it is kind of scary. I remember many a thing that will be useful in arguments. I know you do, honey. I'm 100% aware of that. The reason I asked because I thought the girl in the bubble told him that it was from another person. Also, the wooden horse was real, so how could she create something? Because she was the orphan girl. Oh my God, and he's just a replicant. She's the orphan girl. She made the horse, blah, 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 put her memories in his head, yada, 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 blah, 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 plot twist explained.
Yeah, that's what happened. I remember now. You're right.
Paul, do you ever have a machine gun like shits that make your ass go ta-ta-ta-ta-ta? Yeah, dude, sometimes. That's just like a runny shit mixed with gas is all that is. Because it's like,
Intermittent farts
well,
with
it's like, because it's,
Hershey
if you
squirts.
think of your colon like a tube, right? Like that tube is filled with liquidy shit trying to come out, but there's also some gas forcing and it's making big air bubbles in there. So it's separating all liquidy shit into these little pockets separated by air bubbles. So what you're getting is a little bit of poop and then poop. There you go. That's the scientific explanation for that.
With Dr. Paul.
Yep.
Dr.
Medical
Paul
time
explains
with
the
Dr. Paul.
shits.
Yeah, that's machine gun shits right there. Just air bubbles in your diuretic shit.
I hate when you take a fucking huge shit and then you look in the toilet and there's like a little nugget like this big
Yeah.
and you're like, what?
Sometimes I
And
think I
then you
know.
have the opposite effect too.
Yeah, I think I know what happens in that case though.
You do?
Yeah, I think I've got the ghost shit figured out.
Explain it.
All right, so you feel like you took a big ass dump and then you stand up and there's just a little bit of shit in the toilet and you're like, there's no fucking way. Dude, that fucking the turd is launching down the hole. Down the toilet bowl hole.
No.
Yes, dude, the bulk of the turd is going straight down the toilet bowl hole and it's hiding there waiting for the flush, but it appears just the remnants, the before and after
Dude, I don't
are
buy
in the
that.
toilet.
I don't buy that.
But the
theory.
one solid turd, and because it comes out curved too, sometimes it comes out just the right way that it just curves right up that U-bend.
No.
I'm telling you, dude.
Nah, dude.
That's where the shits are going, dude. That is where the shits are going.
I think it just like gets lodged in your asshole and you feel like you're making progress, but you're not.
I don't know.
I think it just kind of like linger in there.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking that I'm thinking they're sneaking down the hole, dude. Because sometimes you get the
What about the
coiler.
opposite though? When you go down and you just like do a little quick like poop, and then you look in the toilet and there's a fucking anaconda and you're like, what?
Yeah, that is true. That does happen sometimes. I think that's just a shit consistency issue. Because sometimes you get that soft serve consistency shit, and it doesn't even feel like a turd. It's like a fucking breezy day compared to most of your shits. You're just like, oh, yeah. But it's really, there's just a lot of it.
Dude, I fucking went in the bathroom after Stevie took a shit one time and he didn't flush.
Yeah.
And I swear it was the biggest goddamn turd I've ever seen in my fucking life, dude. It was ridiculous. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I mean, I'm like scarred by it.
You're still scarred by the memory.
Dude, I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Does it look like a meatloaf?
Yeah.
Like somebody just took an old pan of meatloaf and put it in the toilet?
What it fucking, I mean, it looked like a fucking, like an eel or something. I don't know.
Like a fucking eel?
Like an eel.
I've taken some shits that have totally fucking surprised me before. Like in terms of size.
Yeah.
It is really gross, but whatever. Let's just get into it. Like the biggest shits I've ever taken are dual consistency shits. So you'll take a big solid shit, and then there's a big Play-Doh shit after it. You know what I mean? I've taken ones that I had to plunge down the fucking toilet.
Yeah, dude.
Because it was just like like the entire mouth of the toilet is just shit.
Dude, I shit like this fucking, it was like, I was like 18 or so. I was living in Alabama at the time.
Yeah.
And I took this shit, and it felt really weird coming out. It wasn't difficult, but it just like felt weird. And I looked in the fucking toilet afterwards, and it was just like this big, gooey, oily, black, fucking sticky mass.
Jesus.
I found out later that that means there's like blood in your fucking stool or whatever.
Either that or you ate a bunch of Oreos the day before.
Maybe.
Because I freaked.
Flushed that toilet and like that turd didn't even move.
It's just like an oil slick on top.
No, it was just like this big mass of like gunk.
Oh.
This.
Just like a brick.
And I was like, what the fuck? And I flushed the toilet and it just stayed. It didn't even fucking get the top layer off that motherfucker. I had to go in there with like a fucking
stick and like push it down the hole.
Yeah, I had to fucking go down and I used a fucking coat hanger and I just kind of like broke it up. It was a fucking nasty procedure. I hope I never have to really relive that shit.
Somebody says, please, no more literal shit talk. I mean, like, look, dude, shitting,
It's
everybody
a universal
shits.
fucking experience.
And
man.
you know what? Everybody walks around all timid about their shits, and nobody ever talks about it. And I think there's things to be learned about shitting. You know, I'm for an open shit dialogue.
What about the pine cone shit, dude?
Yeah, dude, that prickly motherfucker that just feels like it's tearing your asshole
It's
asunder.
like, what are you doing? Why are you trying to pass this through my body? Stop.
Everybody shits.
My worst shit, though, and it happens probably at least 5 or 6 times a year, maybe more, is like you take a shit, but it's like your asshole like won't close all the way afterwards or something, or it's like, I don't know, it just makes your asshole feel sad. Like you just have this weird feeling like
something's wrong.
Yeah, like that wasn't, something about that just was wrong and bad. And you kind of walk around with your asshole feeling weird for like 10, 15 minutes afterwards, and it's not pleasant.
Yeah.
I don't like that shit.
I've had those. Dude, I remember an epic shit that I had one time. It was the weirdest fucking shit, too.
Yeah, dude.
I'd been at my mom's house, and she made enchiladas with red sauce and shit. And I just ate like a whole fucking pan of them.
Yeah.
And then went home. And the next day I woke up and I was just like 5-alarm shit. As soon as my eyes opened, my body was like, get on the toilet. I'm like, oh God, I'm clenching my butt cheeks together, getting to the toilet. And I sat down and it needed like a fucking score. Like it needed like a classical music score.
Like Wagner or something?
Yeah, just fucking,
Dun, 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 dun,
yeah, Flight of the Valkyries or some shit. Because it was just like, oh my God, oh! It just kept going and going and going and going and going. I thought it was never going to stop. I thought I was dying or some shit. My fucking intestines were coming out at one point. And when I stood up, it was just, it looked like Mount Everest in the middle of the toilet. It had breached the water. And it's this big mass of what you would imagine one of my mom's enchiladas would look like if you just put it in a blender. Just an orange-red mountain in the middle of the fucking toilet.
Damn, dude.
Horrible.
You know another shit that sucks is like when you got that turd, but it fucking breaks off too much, and then there's like a little bit left on your asshole.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
Not enough for it to there's not enough shit there for it to go down.
Yeah.
And you get that thing where it's either like in that in-between space where it's like right at the edge of your asshole, or it's just dangling there and you gotta fucking do that stupid dance.
Yeah, that sucks. The danglers.
Either that or you gotta try to wipe it away, and then it takes like 50 million fucking...
Yeah, because you're just basically smearing it over your ass.
Yeah, and then you gotta sit there for like fucking 10 minutes trying to get all the shit off your asshole.
Yeah, that's fucking terrible.
You gotta like dig in there too. It's like fucking horrible.
It's so gross.
There's so many different kinds of shits, dude. Like, if you sat down and classified every type of shit you could have, you could probably come up with like at least 150 different shits.
Shits get deep fat fried tonight.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
There might be enough meat on that bone, you know?
Yeah, everybody has to take a shit, dude. You talk about a widely popular topic. I mean, everybody wants to know about shit.
The Pope might be taking a shit right now as we speak.
Yeah. I remember reading about, like, the people that had to attend to the Pope's shit. There's like a total office in the Vatican for the bedchamber person, the person who is deigned to handle the Pope's shit, because I guess the Pope uses a chamber pot.
Whoa. That's weird. We could put that in the episode if we ever did it.
Yeah. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I read about it.
If you are, we're still just going to cover it like it's fact.
We'll just alt facts, dude.
Who cares? We live in a post-truth society.
It may not be a modern office, but there was an office for the person that dealt with the fucking popes. I mean, there was probably a person whose job it was to deal with the king's shits, too. You know what I mean? The king's shit handler.
Hell yeah, shit handler.
I mean, there are whole jobs created by shit. Entire massive public works projects created just for shit.
Dude, you ever see that story about
shit is a driving force on this fucking planet, dude.
You ever see that story about that guy that he try to kill himself by drinking a bunch of fucking like Drano or something,
Uh-uh.
and he like burned his esophagus away. He burned like most of his fucking intestines. He burned his entire stomach away, his entire esophagus, and like most of his fucking intestines.
Okay.
And they had to like reconnect his intestine.
To his esophagus?
Yeah, to where his esophagus used to be. So basically, they just stretched out what was left of his intestines through there. It even went over his rib cage.
Oh.
And because he had no stomach, like he had to eat like fucking all day basically. Because
just to get enough nutrients.
It would pass through his body in 11 minutes.
Wow.
I mean, he would still get nutrients and stuff, but it was like hard, you know, because some of the digestion would happen there. And it wasn't enough to sustain his body, but he had to eat literally all day, and he'd have to constantly shit.
That's fucking crazy.
And it'd basically be undigested food coming out the other end, or only very partially digested.
Right.
So.
That's insane. I've never heard that. That's crazy.
It's fucking nuts, dude. And you could see the food going down the front of his fucking rib cage, and sometimes he'd have to like push it and stuff, and he'd like show like, yeah, sometimes I gotta kind of like push it down. And he's like, yeah, I wish I hadn't tried to kill myself like that, because, you know, life pretty much sucks for me even worse now.
Yeah.
It's like, shit, dude. That's crazy.
Shit equals deep fat fried, dude. Yeah, there's a lot of angles to shit.
Yeah.
I mean, the personal experience of shitting and all the negatives around that.
We talk about how shit disposal was handled throughout history.
Yeah, different types of shit disposal. And
yeah, like, you know, the back in the day, you just had the fucking, you know, people would just throw their shit and piss out the window right onto the street.
Yeah.
So if you were in, like, people always like, we always see period pieces about these olden times. We almost never see that aspect where the streets are covered in shit.
Yeah, just piss. A river of turds. Fucking, oh, man.
Imagine the smell of, like, going to, like, you know, I mean, I'm not even just talking, like fucking medieval villages and shit. I'm talking about, like, you know, if we went back to like 16th century France or some shit, you know, there'd be shit and piss all over the streets and smell awful.
Yeah.
I mean, goddamn, fucking gross.
Could they do a stomach transplant? I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that that's being worked on, but I've never heard of one being done.
Yeah, I don't even know what became of that guy. Maybe he's dead now. I don't know.
Favorite DeAntwoord song and album? I'm not really sure about like their album titles and shit, but I like Fatty Boom Boom. I like Evil Boy. Those two are both slappers, dude. You put those on, big black booties just start, you know, the butt cheeks going at different fucking times. One's going up, one's going down.
Hell yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of angles you can cover shit from.
Oh yeah, dude. There's whole industries based around shit. There are people that like make their fucking living putting receptacles at events for people to shit into and then disposing of the shit. All those fucking porta potty things are rented out from a fucking company that specializes in shit disposal.
Yeah, someone's money is all tied to shit.
Yeah, I mean, there are vast fucking sewers that exist just for shit. Just huge public works nightmares related to shit. You know, like every once in a while you'll hear about E. coli outbreaks. Well, that's just shit getting into fucking food. Somewhere along the line, some shit got in the food. You know what I mean? That's gross, but it's what it is.
Yeah, there's a lot of meat on that shit bone. We could do a whole episode on shit. If they fucking thought us dedicating an hour and 40 minutes to Tim Allen,
yeah, I know,
was bad, we'll see our fucking shit episode.
Yep.
We'll have to call it poop or something though.
Yeah, or just
in the title, I mean.
Use the fucking like characters instead of the, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Do you like
poop emoji equals deep fat fried?
Yeah, there you go. People will get it. Funniest shitting pants story?
That's true.
Yeah, dude, I've got a couple, actually. I've got a couple of pants shitting stories.
Dude, I almost shit my pants literally tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
You came close?
I was sitting on the couch. I was trying to watch
Someone recommended some anime to me, and I was like, I'll check it out. And I watched like 15 minutes. I'm like, this sucks. I turned it off and stood up, and I was like, wow, I got to shit really bad. I can hold it for a second while I look for something else to put on, though.
Yeah.
I started trying to get Hulu working, and then it's like I'm like struggling against the shit. I'm doing it, and then like I felt like a little turd nugget kind of make its way out. I'm like, nope, gotta go now.
Oh shit, dude. Prairie dogging.
Just fucking missed it though.
Yeah.
Almost shit my pants.
Wow. You shit your pants on the couch today, true story. Gross, man.
Everybody shits their pants.
Yeah.
It's happened to every single person that ever existed. Anyone who says it hasn't is a fucking liar.
Yeah, I've shit my pants a few times.
Dude, I remember this one time, we were driving to the fucking movie theater, me and Scotty and my dad. And we're driving towards the movie theater, and then all of a sudden he just like takes the wrong exit. We're like, that's not the right exit, dude. And he's like, he just totally silent. And he fucking turns the car around, goes on the other side of the highway, because we had to drive like 20 minutes on the highway to get to the nearest theater, because we were kind of in bumfuck. And he starts driving the other way. I was like, what are you doing? Why are we driving back? What's going on? And he's like, shit my fucking pants, okay? Well, we're like, okay.
That's good shit. That's good shit.
Yeah, dude.
I shit my pants at the beach once.
That's a bad one.
And I decided that I was going to try and take care of it by like pretending nonchalantly that I was swimming out into the ocean. And then just, clean out the pants in the ocean.
This is the wisest course of action.
But here's what happened. So I'm standing right where the waves break, about waist deep, and I'm like, like do, but I'm trying to clean the shit out of my pants into the water, and a wave comes, hits me, jerks my pants off of me, and I don't know where the fuck, it's muddy fucking ocean. So I had to walk back to my mom's fucking trailer holding my dick and balls in my hands.
Damn, dude.
And then explain to her why I didn't have my pants on.
I mean, you could have fucking made up something.
Yeah, but I was raised that, like, lies were, like, the worst fucking thing. It took me a long time before I learned that lies didn't come as capital punishment, dude. Like, if you got caught in a lie, no matter how innocuous the lie, you were busted.
This is a secondhand one. I heard this from someone else, but they were at a bowling alley, right?
Yeah.
And there was this dude there. He's like a 50-year-old guy, big fat guy, who's wearing, like, this shirt that's barely stretched around his gut.
Yeah.
And he was wearing shorts. And he stood up to do his bowl. And he went and he fucking went to the end and did the little thing and running just as, like, right as he was fucking putting the ball back, a big old fucking turd just shot out of his ass, down the fucking, out of the fucking shorts, and just plopped down on the ground.
Gross.
The whole fucking bowling alley looked in horror, and then just everyone busted up laughing, and the dude had to leave, embarrassed as fuck, dude.
I would never go back to that bowling alley. I'd move out of whatever town that was.
Yeah, I'd move to the next town over. Yeah, like, fuck this.
I'd move farther than the next town over. Because even in the next town over, you might hear the story of the fucking big fat buffoon that shot a turd out as he was bowling in the next town over. Fuck that shit, dude. I'm going across country after an event like that. I want to go to a place where nobody will ever know me. Yeah, I mean, I guess the guy probably could have played it off and, turned it into a funny thing, but he'd be hearing about that shit every day of his life. If he'd have turned it around and played it off and been comedic about it and had everybody rolling in the aisles and shit, it would have been good-natured, but he would have had a name like, Shit Alley Steve or whatever the fuck. I work at a gas station and some dude shit his pants in front of me as he was paying for his gas. I had to mop it up, liquid shit with what looked like chicken bits in it. Oh man, dude. Anybody that's ever had a fucking customer service position at like a fucking store or your duties probably included at one point cleaning up the fucking bathroom. I had to clean the bathrooms at Starbucks and dude, it was not always bad, but some nights you found the most reprehensible, disgusting fucking shit in there. I remember one time I went in the bathroom And coiled up, like kind of draped over the toilet and coiled up on the ground, was a big, lubed up, used catheter. So somebody had gone in there, catheterized themselves, and then just pulled it out and threw it on the fucking toilet and left. So I had to figure out how am I gonna touch this big coiled up fucking greasy thing that's been up somebody's pee hole and in their bladder.
Gross.
I found women that have taken their maxi pads and just stuck them to the walls.
Gross, dude. Dude, I remember I had I guess she was my step niece. Her mom, my stepmom's sister, was a fucking like total like crack whore kind of bitch.
Yeah.
And the kid was like fucked up mentally because of it. And we had like a home office kind of, and she was like visiting my little sister, and I went in the bathroom after, you know, her and shit. I walk in there, and there's just like, the toilet is covered in shit. The walls are plastered with shit in every direction. She just like painted the walls with her shit all over the fucking bathroom. I just took one look at that. I'm like, closed the door. I walked up to my stepmom. I'm like, go look in the bathroom. She's like, what? What happened? Just go look.
Yeah. You can't fucking describe
and
what's
I even
happening.
told her, like, I'm not dealing with it. Don't even ask me. The answer is no. Fuck that.
That's fucking crazy.
That was gross.
But yeah, I've had to deal with shit smeared all over the fucking place. Maybe not that bad, but fucking just flopped over the toilet, down the side of the toilet, and it's vile, dude.
I've definitely been in a situation where I've gone to public places and just seen, not necessarily the walls covered in shit, but the entire toilet lid covered with shit.
Like somebody was hovering.
Yeah, like someone didn't want to touch the toilet seat, so they're just like...
And just blasted a fucking gout of liquid shit out the back of them. Yep.
Fuck.
Look at my last comment, Paul. Okay, Ashley. Let's see. Dude, once at Dollar General, there was a 6-inch piece of a belt inside the toilet tank. It stuck inside the pipe, which kept it running. That's weird. Yeah, it's just gross. Dealing with fucking toilets is wrong. I work as a high school custodian, and just a few hours ago, I found part of a turd on top of the toilet paper dispenser. That's so fucking gross, man. I'm so sorry. God, you know, you got to have a special place for people whose job it is to clean up after other disgusting ass motherfuckers, dude. And kids have got to be the worst of the worst. I had to use like student bathrooms on occasion when I was out fixing computers and stuff, and the shit you saw in there was just fucking gnarly sometimes. You missed my first chat since the emergency room. Worked at a hotel pool as well. We often get code browns. Hotel pools are shit in all the time. That's so fucking gross. Who shits in the pool?
Shitting in the pool.
You know what I mean? Like, and doesn't at least fucking have the decency to fish the turd out and do something with it themselves. Like, who just leaves a turd in a fucking pool? Like, what kind of fucking, like, how are these people living at home? Or what kind of contempt do they have for average people working a fucking low-wage job? You know what I mean? Like, do they think they're bothering the fucking hotel with that shit? Because they ain't. They're just bothering the poor bastard whose job it is to fish that shit out and filter the whole fucking pool.
My pillow. Guess I'll shit in the pool.
Yeah, it's like, what did that get, you know, what does that have to do with this? You know, so is it contempt? Is it just buffoonery? Like, are there people that are just so fucking dumb that they just accidentally shit in the pool? And that happens enough times that it's a constant thing that has its own code in the hotel industry?
Code brown.
Oh, God, man. You know there's one or two people, too, who that is the fucking thing they have nightmares about hearing at work. Code brown, because it's their fucking job to go fish somebody's fucking shit anaconda out of the fucking pool.
That's so fucking gross.
Ever leave a shit so big the tip pokes? Oh, yeah, dude. I've broken the fucking surface. And not even, like, with a fucking, like, coiler. I've made fucking mounds, dude. I was sick as fuck once. I was laying on the bathroom floor, and out loud I said, I'm gonna puke. And in my infinite wisdom, aimed for the trash can instead of the toilet. Yeah. That was probably a bad idea because it probably went everywhere.
Dude, I'll tell you a fucking disgusting puke story, too. Scotty was sick one time, and for some fucking goddamn reason, he puked in the goddamn sink instead of in the fucking toilet.
Yeah.
He's like, I couldn't make it. I mean, they're like 2 feet apart. It would have been literally better if he puked on the goddamn floor. Because the sink did not, it just got clogged, and the entire basin was just filled almost to the brim with Scotty's puke.
Oh, man.
And he was too sick to clean it up, so I had to fucking clean it up.
That's the worst.
It was the nastiest goddamn thing I've ever done in my fucking life.
Oh, man. That's foul.
That was reprehensible. I think he owes me for life for me having to do that, because that was fucking gross.
Anybody you clean up after like that owes you big fucking time.
Tell me about it.
That type of shit is like, that's the bottom of the barrel of human existence, cleaning up another person's vomit.
Especially
moms all have done it a bunch of times, so you owe your mom everything, basically.
Yeah, dude.
Like, how many different times did your mom clean up vomit and shit? You know what I mean?
Ugh. Gross. It's been a real gross out stream.
Yeah, we've gone through a lot of bodily functions.
Shit and puke.
Yeah, it's been a pretty gross one, but whatever. You got to go down this rabbit hole sometimes. These types of things need to be talked about. I'm a firm believer in that. I'm against taboo subject matter, dude.
I mean, like, these are pretty universal human experiences.
Especially in this case, yeah.
So, I mean, like, everybody shits, everybody pukes sometimes.
Yep.
You know.
It's true, it's true.
You can't possibly say that, you know.
There was once a group of kids in my high school called the Poop Bandits. They'd shit in the middle of bathrooms all over the school, and they were never caught by the staff. The Poop Bandits, dude.
How do they know there was more than one?
Maybe there were just too much shit, to, you know, for it to be one kid. That one kid could not conceivably shit in this many bathrooms on the same day, so it had to be a squad, you know? The Poop Bandits, dude. All right, here's what we're going to do. That's great, dude. They'd coordinate shitting in the floors of different bathrooms all over campus. Oh, man. See, those are the kids that probably went on to make something of themselves, you know? They're probably, you know,
Those
captains of industry now.
Responsible for all the code brown.
They're still doing it.
They never grew past it. They're still going around shitting hotels.
Oh, man. Who did a dookie in the urinal? Yeah, you know that happens too. Especially those big trough urinals. You ever seen one of those in a place?
Yeah.
They've got like that big trough with constant water trickling down it, and you're supposed to just walk up to that and piss.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know that drunk ass motherfuckers stumble into those all the time and just hang their ass in there and drop deuce. You know, it's just a constant fucking thing.
Gross. I don't even want to think about that. But
You're gonna have to, dude.
It happens.
You're gonna have to. If we decide to deep fat fry a turd. Well, we already did that.
His name was Tim Allen.
Maybe we can get a deep fat fryer and actually deep fat fry some shit for that episode. Throw it in there. Make a little breaded shit nugget. Come up with our own recipe. 311. Yeah, dude, come original. You got to come original.
All entertainer, come original.
First, Scotty writes 311 on their house, then vomits in the sink. What's next for this madman? Who knows, dude? Who the fuck knows? Did I miss a super chat? Somebody said I did. Once at a hotel I worked at, we kicked out a homeless man, and he came back later and smeared the walls with shit. We needed hazmat to clean it. Yeah, there are actually companies where like if there's some kind of fucking massive shit explosion that happens where somebody goes ape shit and it's just everywhere, there are companies that specialize in coming in to clean that shit up. Like there are whole companies that exist for like, did your fucking septic tank back up into your living room? Well, call us. Their whole fucking job is like tearing down, removing everything that was tainted by shit and rebuilding it.
Gross.
So like hotels, I would imagine probably employ those types of people pretty often. Well, see, that's the sad thing. Upper crusty type of hotels probably do, but Motel 6s probably just make the fucking maids do it. They're just like go in there with a fucking spray bottle and a pair of gloves. There's 16 gallons of shit in there. Mop it up with this sponge, bitch. What's the nastiest toilet you've ever had to use? I used at a Raiders game one time after the show or after the game, which was a terrible fucking idea, but I had to take a shit and we were already out of the stadium. And it was just, I mean, there was more shit than toilet in there. It was literally just caked with feces and toilet paper and like, you know, it was lipping full. Like the turds in it were like this was well beyond capacity shit. I mean, it was just it reeked. Like they put this chemical in there that is supposed to mask the shit smell in them, and usually it does, but when they're that fucked up, all it does is you're just smelling a fucking ripe ass turd and the chemical. Those like I don't know if that's the grossest ever, but probably the grossest ever was a porta potty. And pretty much every time you go into a porta potty, especially at like a packed event, you regret having to take a shit. You regret being human. You're like, man, I wish that I didn't have like bowel movements and stuff because this is harrowing. Because there's no way that like I don't know, dude. And I'm a fat dude, so my ass, like sitting my big ass down, it covers more surface area. So, and hover shitting, like that comes with its own fucking, you know, pitfalls. Like it's fine if you hover shit, I guess, and it comes out with enough force to expel it away. But what if it's a dribbler? You know what I mean? And it just falls, you know, like you're hover shitting and it just dribbles down your taint. And now you're in a fucking porta potty with shit on your balls. You know what I mean? Like, so how do you take a shit in a porta potty? What's the proper way to do it?
Just don't eat anything if you know you're going to somewhere that has porta potties, you know. Just don't eat anything.
But most of the places where I eat the most are places that have porta potties, like the fairs and shit. Like you go to the fair, like you know, all day I'm just gonna be eating those giant corn dogs and like deep fried zucchini, just every greasy fucking. You know, I'm gonna take at least 2 shits, and most likely I'm not gonna be near one of the fucking fairground bathrooms. I'm gonna be near the fucking porta potties, and it's time to take a shit.
They need some kind of like pay porta potty for people who are, you know.
That's how they do it in Europe in some places, I've heard.
Yeah, just
like all toilets have like a little fucking Euro slot on them, and you put that in
like,
there.
You know what? Have the free ones next to it, but have the pay one for like the premium people, and then have a really expensive pay one for the people who really are just.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like tier it so that, you know, the slummy people all use the free ones, and then you just, you know, go pay your fucking $5 or whatever to take a shit in a clean environment.
Yeah.
Or relatively clean.
Pretty much any public toilet in a really busy type of place, especially places like national parks, like beaches are the worst. Like there are these public toilets at this beach I used to go to when I was a kid, and it's a busy ass fucking beach. So they were just constantly like, he was like, but what are you going to do? You got to take a shit. You can't, it's a big wide open strip of beach. You can't just like covertly kind of squat one out on the beach and cover it with sand. Everybody and their mom is going to see you shitting. You don't want to go out in the fucking waves and take a shit.
You do? You dig a fucking really deep hole.
Yeah.
And then you fucking you sit on it, and then you cover yourself in sand and act like, yeah, I'm just buried in sand, but the hole where your ass is goes deeper. You take your shit.
Yeah.
you start fucking filling it in a little bit underneath the surface, you know, and then you get up, and a lot of the sand from, you know, you being buried in the sand, like we having fun buried in the sand, all fills the hole, you know.
That's a way too fucking complex.
Nah, dude, it's not that hard.
Dude, what if you're down on the beach and you get the shits, though? And it's like, okay, well, you have T-minus 6 minutes to find a toilet. Like, you ain't got time to fucking...
Just run into the water, dude. Run into the water.
I don't know, dude.
I don't know either. This is why I just avoid public places and use my own shitter.
Just shit in the sea. I mean, that goes bad sometimes. I'm living proof. Shitting in the sea doesn't always work out. Have you ever left an upper decker? I would never, dude. How do you fix that? I don't even know what the cleanup process is for getting all the shit out of the upper deck of a toilet. You probably just got to get a new toilet. My friends and I are starting a new band called the Poop Bandits. Cool. In memory of the fucking high school club.
Neat. Best of luck to you. I'm sure you'll be the next Beatles.
Well, one thing's for sure. You'll be the next Poop Bandits. I mean, it's probably not bad to shit in the sea, but at a busy-ass beach, like I hope other people, you know what I mean, aren't doing that.
They probably are.
You know what I mean? I hope
someone is.
It's so fun, but yeah, you don't want to be one of the, like, I don't know, dude. Is it just become okay to swim in everybody else's fucking liquid shit?
There's already so much shit in that water anyway.
I mean, whatever. It's the ocean, of course. It's not.
All them fish are shitting in there already. Fuck it.
I don't like to think about it.
It's like anytime you're in a public swimming pool, you know everyone's pissing in that motherfucker.
That's fucking gross. If you shit in the ocean, fish will lick your asshole clean. Okay. Yeah, you just let the little reef fish nibble your cornhole till it's all nice and clean.
Yeah, dude, it's like part of the ecosystem.
They just think you're like a coral polyp or something.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, look at it. What happens though if like a big fucking like reef shark sees the swarm of little reef fish and comes to take a bite out of them and takes a big bite out of your ass?
No, man, you just clench your butt cheeks right when it arrives and you catch the fucking shark between your ass cheeks.
Maybe your ass cheeks are stronger than mine, but I think a shark might just eat my ass whole.
Ass space hole.
Yes.
With a W.
Yep. How long until fish get their own toilets and stop shitting in our ecosystem? Yeah. When are we going to get these vagrants of the sea? Hobos of the sea, these fucking fish travel wherever they will in our fucking oceans.
Shitting it up.
Shitting and pissing and copulating wherever they want. Lawless, killing each other in droves. Vagrants of the sea. We need to get a documentary and call it Fish Vagrants of the Sea. Just get a whole bunch of fake fucking, like, you know, experts and shit to come on. And like, you know, people are always talking about wanting to preserve fish, and I almost just want to laugh at these conferences because, like, have they taken a look at what these disgusting loafers are doing in the ocean?
Fish are creeps.
Yeah,
I'm saying fish are creeps.
Vagrants of the sea, dude. It's gotta happen.
Fish, vagrants of the sea.
Those low-life fish. If only they got jobs, maybe they could be valuable members of society. But no! What do? They swim around all day. You know what I'd like to do, TJ? I'd like to just fucking leisurely swim around all day in the ocean. You know what? Can't do that, can I? Because I'm a fucking human. We gotta work. While these fucking vagrants eat our tax dollars. Oh, we gotta conserve this. Oh, we're gonna conserve that. What are you conserving? Giant, disgusting mass of aquatic hobos is what I say. Aqua winos. Get them out of town. Let's eat them all.
Amen. Fuck fish.
Yep. DFF traps. Yeah, we could just do like, our traps gay equals deep fat fried. And we'll just answer for fucking like, we'll stop the question from needing to, like, I can't believe somebody hasn't done it already.
Yeah, we just in-depth exploration.
Time to put this one to bed. Time to find out if traps are gay or not.
The definition of what a trap is fucking changed in my lifetime.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
What did it used to be?
Because a trap used to be a fucking goddamn like cross-dresser, you know, like or a tranny. You know, it used to be a fucking person who looked like a girl but they had a dick. And now it just seems to mean like, it still, I guess, does mean that, but it also means like any
Androgynous.
dude who is like effeminate or androgynous in any way.
Yeah, see, I don't even subscribe to that fucking definition. If that's a definition, it's new to me. Yeah, because the whole idea of the term trap.
Yeah, it's like supposed to be like, oh, you think you're
Right.
getting with this bitch.
Like, you gotta, as a dude, look, you know, as a heterosexual guy, look at this and go, man, that's a fine bitch, because it's a trap.
And then boom, dick.
It doesn't make sense that just any dude that puts on a dress is a trap. That doesn't.
Or any dude that even looks effeminate at all.
Like, what a shitty trap. You know what I mean? It'd be like making a bear trap out of bear repellent. You know what I mean? And then we're going to set the fucking bear trap. And then we're going to put a mound of fucking disgusting feces and bear repellent in the middle of it. It's like, no. That's not a trap.
Bear repellent.
It's like, what are you going to do, dude?
Reminds me of the shark repellent from the fucking Batman movie.
Yeah. It's like digging a sand pit with spikes in it, or like one of those tiger cages with spikes and shit, and covering it with leaves to catch a fucking shark. It's a bad trap. So why would you even call it a trap?
It's not a trap.
It's just a mishap.
Our trap's gay, Pepe Kekistan.
That's not a fucking trap. That's a mishap. I thought you meant rap. Trap house. No, dude, we're not talking about the music, trap music. We're talking about traps, dude. But trap is a very useful word in modern English. It's like the trap is it's a dude that looks like a chick. And then like in rap, the trap is like the area where you sell crack. So then there's a whole fucking music. A trap house is like an abandoned house where people sell meth. Yeah, well, there's that. I mean, there's probably all kinds of different fucking. Paul does not know the way. Is that the TJ explained nothing guy? There's a dude in here that's just like persistently Jamaican. Uses a Jamaican like accent instead of it's de, you know.
Yeah, cool. What a great guy.
And he's very critical of us.
Doesn't like us.
Mm-mm.
We're bad.
You didn't explain nothing. The trap house is Pee Wee Herman Funhouse. Nah, dude. Shut up. Get out of here. That was nonsensical. You're dumb. You should feel bad.
I agree. I concur with Paul.
I'm sorry. I just got to be, sometimes you got to be honest. Am I a trap because I get confused for a woman from behind all the time?
Maybe. Because
Yeah.
like
perhaps.
The real question is, are you gay for liking traps?
But once again, a surprisingly deep topic, dude.
Yeah, most things are if you really unravel them.
Yeah. That's that's the idea.
That's the whole point behind deep fat fried, dude.
Yeah. Unwinding the spool a bit on things and seeing what kind of thread you find.
So after that big surge of like the negative people, I've gotten like a ton of fucking messages from people who dug it though. So
Yeah. Last night I did one of these around this time, and there was a lot of positivity. A lot of people that seem to be excited, to see what's coming.
I've got a lot of people.
There's also people that like reflect kind of probably how I would feel if I were in the fan base of the show, which is like the cautious people. They're like, you know what, like it's different, and I want to see a few more episodes of it. And I appreciate those people too. Like that's
reserve judgment. And shit.
Yeah, because like, dude, I'm not asking you to fucking become.
We're basically saying we like the people who reserve judgment,
Yes.
or the people who immediately judge it as good.
Yes.
The people who immediately judge it as bad, fuck them.
No, not even fuck them.
Yeah, maybe just like, okay, well, it's obviously not for you. Go away.
Yeah. Like that's how I feel. I'm like fine with it. I'm cool that some people don't enjoy what they saw. I'm fine with that. I didn't expect that they would. Like you can't expect to please every single fucking person, especially not in one episode. Like nobody's going to be a rabid over the top fan of a show that has one episode worth of fucking provenance behind it.
Yeah.
I can't expect that from fucking anybody.
A lot of people are just like, why, you guys shouldn't have started with Tim Allen. I'm like, motherfucker, we had to start somewhere.
Not only we have to start somewhere, but I think it makes sense that we start with Tim Allen.
Yeah.
Like it was just, because it's not like we're not trying to show you a big blockbuster episode of the show. We're trying to show you our vision behind the show. This is what we want to do. This is the kind of shit that we want to partake in. And Tim Allen was something that was fresh in all of our minds because of all the shit talking that had gone on about him, and it just made sense in a chemistry sort of way to cover him.
And when we did that episode, I'm like, I feel like we're gonna exercise the Tim Allen demon with this, and it really didn't work because I continue to fucking think about various aspects of Tim Allen, even more now.
Yeah, it just shows that even though we feel like we went into depth, and a lot of people felt like we went too into depth on Tim Allen, there's still more to be found there if you're willing to fucking dig.
Oh yeah.
And that's kind of what I think is one of the driving things behind this podcast. We want to take a deeper look at things. We want to take time to take a look at things that your average person just knows a little bit about. And take a fucking full look at it. Give it a once over. You know what I mean? Some research. And then talk shit about it.
Because it's fun. And we think it's interesting. But yeah, I think a lot of the topics we cover will probably be more... I mean, like, we have some lofty shit, but we definitely have a lot of shit that people are, like, at least some people are gonna be like, this is totally trivial. It's like...
I don't know. I read you out that list last night, and it's a long list. There's a lot of shit on it.
It's huge.
There's some very focused content, and there's some very broad concepts on that list.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
There are biography types and, just kind of general looks at philosophy, general looks at like pop science and pop culture.
We gotta fucking, I talked to Hugo and Jake about being on.
Yeah.
And I told them our next couple episodes, and I also told them, like, if you don't like any of those, we can... send you some other ideas. So we should probably send them our list at some point.
Okay, cool.
They said,
as long as they're willing to just keep it to themselves.
Yeah, I already told them, like, this is confidential and you can't reveal our list because we don't want people knowing the stuff we're going to cover.
Yeah.
And they agreed to that, so.
That's cool.
So we can just show them that, and, they can just pick one they're interested in, and we'll just do that for, like, next Friday or whatever.
That'll be fun. That's awesome, yeah.
I think it'd be fun to have on one.
I love Hugo and Jake.
Yeah, they're real funny. I guess they rebranded as just Hugo and Jake now.
Yeah, I know. It was probably a smart idea.
Yeah, because the atheism thing is so
It's dead.
dead and passe. I mean, you can still go back to it every now and then, but
Yeah,
that ain't the fucking big landmark cultural shifting thing that it was.
yeah, that's true.
Although, who knows? Maybe it'll have a comeback at some point.
Everything is cyclical, so Tim Allen rules. Uh-oh. Got a Tim fan.
I mean,
He did
You're
kind of
free.
rule for a while, honestly.
I mean, you're free to think that. I just don't get it. I mean, I'm sure you're probably just trolling, but
Dude, that 1 week in 1994, he did fucking rule.
I know.
All he was missing was the #1 album on the Billboard list, too. So if he had dropped Tim Allen's Christmas
I just
Grunts
wonder
or
if
some
anyone
shit.
else has ever had that distinction besides him. Like, has anyone else?
Oh, I'm
ever-
sure.
I mean, it's a pretty fucking difficult feat
Yeah.
to have the top show, top book, top movie at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a pretty narrow group of people who even are doing all three of those things at once.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, it might be more popular today because like books are like ubiquitous now. Like everybody has a book. If you're a minor fucking celebrity, you've got a book.
Yeah.
So it's probably like big celebrities are way more apt to dabble in other types of media now.
Yeah.
So I bet it's happened.
I mean, it's got to be a short list though.
But yeah, it's certainly a distinction, not to take away from it. I'm sure it's happened in the past.
I don't even know how I would look something like that up.
Yeah. What would the search term even be?
Yeah, that's
You
I'm
know what I
saying.
mean?
It's like, how do you even research that?
Did Stan Lee rape you too, Paul? Stan Lee?
Yep.
Is he a rapist?
There was.
Is he a wangler?
Yeah, there was a big wangle thing about him yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, but most people don't seem to believe it. So
Is it just because they don't want to believe it because he's like everybody's granddad?
yeah, but I guess the paper that released it was like the Daily Mail, which I guess is
Spurious.
yeah, it has a lot. It's kind of like doesn't have much repute. Also, none of the women will actually come forward and name themselves, and they all just want money.
All right, yeah. It might be kind of
So
stinky
it
then.
seems pretty specious at best. I don't know.
Well,
But also, I do think that Grandpa Stan Lee would never do that.
yeah.
Kind of thing is
He's
also-
just a sweet old guy that does cameos in those superhero films. He'd never wangle.
He would never wangle nothing.
Why didn't that happen to Charlie Rose? Like, Charlie Rose is the most mild-mannered fucking...
But who really loves Charlie Rose?
I don't know, probably a bunch of people. Why is that motherfucker still on air? Somebody was rabidly watching his ass every fucking night.
I don't know. I never got a feeling of like he's beloved by the people.
What about
Stan
fucking...
Lee doing that's like Mr. Rogers doing it or something, you know? People-
No, dude, Stan Lee ain't on the level of Mr. Rogers. Dude, if I found out Mr. Rogers did some fucked up sick shit, that would fucking shatter me to the core, dude. It really would. Like, Mr. Rogers is the closest thing to Jesus Christ that ever actually existed. Like, that dude, if you've never heard the speech that he gave in defense of funding for public broadcasting.
Yeah, well, after he gave that impassioned speech, he went back to his fucking sex dungeon.
Shut up! No, he didn't!
Yes, he did, dude.
No, he didn't!
Mr. Rogers, dude.
Mr. Rogers was not just cool. Mr. Rogers was a rare example of a human being that just gave and gave and gave of himself and cared about people.
We can agree that Captain Kangaroo had a sex dungeon.
Yeah, Captain Kangaroo, yeah. People knew back then that he was fucking around. No, Mr. Rogers is, man, that would just shatter my world. It better not come out that Mr. Rogers wangled, dude. That would just ruin me. Please. Or Bob Ross, yeah, that would hurt too. because he's another one of those dudes. Maybe not on the same level as Mr. Rogers, but man, Bob Ross was just, he just gave and gave, man.
Mr. Rogers, Bob Ross, and Carl Sagan all fucking raped women together, dude.
Oh God, they used to get together and have underage children from various countries shipped to their fucking week-long sex parties.
It was like 120 days of Sodom up in that bitch.
Out in the Bohemian Grove in California.
Sick bastards.
Sagan. Man, that would suck too. If you found out Sagan was wangling. I think we already talked about what's his name wangling.
Who?
The dude in the wheelchair.
Oh yeah. Wait, George Bush?
No.
Because he was in a wheelchair and he was wangling.
No, the fucking scientist. I'm just brain farting on his name.
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, Hawking. Yeah. There you go. God damn it. I do that a lot, dude. My brain gets rid of names when I don't think I'm going to have to use them all that often.
Suck my balls. Suck my balls.
Hey, Gloria, why don't you come over here and suck on my wrinkly old... I can't even do it.
Gloria,
Steven, that is inappropriate. Was that a typo? No, bitch. No typo. I don't make typos. If you don't come over here and suck my wrinkly old balls, I will tell everyone in the scientific community that you are not objective. But you would never. I would. Try me, Gloria. Holy shit, no!
What's Gloria gonna do now?
Yeah.
Find out next week on Suck Stephen Hawking's Balls. Stephen Hawking is a fucking predator, dude.
Don't you know who you're dealing with, Gloria?
There actually are some wangle accusations against Neil deGrasse Tyson, though.
Are there? Really?
Oh, yeah. It never really blew up, though.
Isn't he gay?
I don't know.
Who was he wangling?
Some chick.
Really? Oh, I guess he's not gay then.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's true. It's just a fucking story until proven otherwise.
Neil deGrasse Tyson definitely wangled. Do you think so? I could see him doing it, though. He's sly. You know what I mean? He's got that, that kind of, good to have at a bar type of charm. And you know he's busted that out on some groupies, dude. You know, why don't you come back to my place? You can look through my telescope. And, I know more than one way to make you see stars. Come on. Get in my Maserati. Let's go. You know what's happened. What about Spock? Did he wangle?
Spock did not wangle, dude.
Oh, I haven't heard of Spock wangling at all, so.
Spock was not a wangler. Anyone who says a negative thing about Leonard Nimoy can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, Leonard Nimoy was a fucking badass, dude.
That's when I fucking really started to turn on Dusty, is when Leonard Nimoy died. And he was like, Leonard Nimoy fucking had some religious beliefs that were bullshit. It's like, so does 99% of people. So
I think that's honestly a good illustration of why the atheism movement died so hard and so quickly. Because a lot of people had resorted to just attacking every fucking religious thing in the world, even benign, innocuous shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That started happening because it was just there was not enough meat on the bone anymore. So it was just the entire structure of religion, even the fucking shit that might have a net positive, is fucking under the torch. And anybody that's even slightly religious is a total fucking Bronze Age buffoon. It's whoa, uh-oh, something happened.
Going little too far there. A little too far now. A little too far. Reel it on back. Reel it on back.
Fuck Leonard Nimoy for following the stupid ritualistic scribblings of Bronze Age madmen. What a retard. Dusty actually is the asshole hater he constantly accuses TJ of being. Well, I mean, like, Dusty's, like, nothing if not a self-promoter. So, Dusty knows drama sells.
He thinks he's P.T. Barnum or some shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of P.T. Barnum, how about that fucking piece of shit movie they're making, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Fucking Hugh Jackman, who is way too attractive to play P.T. Barnum, by the way.
Yeah.
P.T. Barnum was a fat, frumpy pile of shit.
Yep. And a ruthless, cutthroat businessman at a time where, like, personal dignity didn't matter. So he just went out and found, like, all the freaks and, like, made a fucking killing, letting people come in and gawp at the freaks. Like, I don't know, dude. He was just a ruthless, cutthroat, you know, early entertainer that kind of broadened what people considered to be entertainment, but he stepped on a lot of fucking people on the way there. And
now he's being reinvented.
Yeah.
Fucking...
Now he's like a musical star in his cute little fucking knee-high boots, skipping around and giving flowers to dwarves and shit and saying, "I'll make your life better, come with me." You know, like, you're like, what the fuck? It's like, no, the meeting of a dwarf with P.T. Barnum was probably like, "I'll give you 2 bits a week. 2 bits and that's it. Don't ask for more because I'll throw you on the street to die." Thank you, Mr. Barnum. Get out of my sight, you disgusting. Next. Another fucking hunchback. Sorry, we're full up on hunchbacks, kid. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I can't fucking employ every fucking hunchback motherfucker in the city. Get out of my office. Next. Bearded lady, come here. Let me give it a tug. Oh, that's real. Are the tits real? Let me feel those. Let me see. Yep, you got a cunt. Okay, all right. We need one of you. Look, you're gonna go to Philadelphia.
Hey, you know, I mean, the guy fucking revolutionized entertainment. So, whatever.
Whatever.
You still see the effects of P.T. Barnum to this day.
Come with me, you little freaks. I'll make your life a fantasy. P.T. Barnum's here to save the day. It's like, what is this? Who's gonna go see this?
What a wretched fucking piece of shit.
It's such a dumb fucking movie to make.
It's like vile. I mean, the shitty thing is, a movie about the real P.T. Barnum would actually be cool.
Yeah. If they found like an old fat fuck and made, you know, an actual look at the grittiness of the start of the but that's the point. Like, it indicts the entertainment industry if one of the founding promotional fathers of mass entertainment is a fucking total asshole.
Yeah, that's probably why Hollywood's doing it, because it's like, it's just one of those, like, in showbiz, just magic.
Yeah, you know what we need, showbiz? We need our own Columbus myth. So let's take P.T. Barnum. Let's whitewash that motherfucker, turn him into Hugh Jackman, put him in knee-high boots, and get him doing the fucking can-can. What do you say?
Fuck life.
What a mess.
I hope someone makes a real goddamn P.T. Barnum movie.
I would fuck Hugh Jackman? Well, who wouldn't? That's not the point. You wouldn't fuck P.T. Barnum, trust me.
And if you did, it would be for his money.
Big, fat, sweaty, cigar-chomping ass sitting there with his big old wrinkly balls out. You would not want to fuck that, dude. Everyone wants to fuck Hugh. I mean, yeah. He's Hugh Jackman. What do you want to do? Paul, if anything, Dusty is likely a wangler. I mean, dude, who knows who's next, man?
And who even cares if Dusty wangled?
Yeah, I don't care about most of the wangles that have gone on. I mean, like Harvey Weinstein's constant systematic rapes and shit, I'm a little concerned about from a social aspect, but like,
Yeah,
I don't know, dude. Fucking, if you're gonna ask me to get my pitchfork out and my fucking torch and shit
All right,
over
so,
fucking Al Franken hover handing some bitch, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I'm sorry, I don't care. I don't care that he hover handed her tits while she was sitting there. I don't give a fuck.
It's all just collateral damage from Weinstein. It's like they're just trying to tie all these guys. Like they're all part of the same thing. It's like no, not really.
Yeah.
Okay, so the ones who have actually been bad were Weinstein was bad, Spacey was bad.
It's just like, I don't
I'm trying
know.
to think of who else actually had serious fucking shit.
Yeah, definitely Weinstein and Spacey so far. Who else? I mean, it's hard. It's so hard because it's so fucking widespread now. It's hard to remember exactly who's involved and who isn't and what the allegation was. It's just a big soup now.
Yeah.
And I think that serves this kind of like lynch mob culture we've got going on. It's like nobody even really knows what this guy did, but I heard through some fucking third party that BuzzFeed did an article that some chick is suing him for $50 million. Stan Lee, yeah, maybe.
I think that maybe the fact that people like Stan Lee have started to get roped in will make people kind of like a little more skeptical in the future.
I don't know. Or maybe the allegations will be proven to be credible and Stan Lee will fucking go down in a ball of flames, dude.
That would suck.
Bill Cosby, yeah, that's another one
Cosby.
that's been doing some...
He kind of started it almost, really, even more than Weinstein.
Yeah.
Because he was the first big shocking one. It's like, you know... Because, like, you know, like, that was like a motherfucker who's, like, your perception of him just flipped on a goddamn dime, you know?
When's the Bryan Singer blowout? Dude, when that one goes... It's gonna turn the whole fucking place upside down because he's involved in the whole fucking Hollywood pedophile ring and shit. So there's gonna be a lot of fucking names on that list. That's gonna be a crazy day in Hollywood.
I mean, like, that's already kind of blown up a few times. They just never had that big one. I really think it's because the victims are fucking boys.
I mean, it's not just boys that are victims of that type of abuse in Hollywood, but yeah, a lot of the ones that have come out have
Like,
been
it really
young boys.
seems like other than Kevin Spacey, if it's gay, there's not as much of a problem.
Well,
because like the whole narrative is this is about women.
right.
Like, if you watch those Golden Globes, which I didn't, but I saw the reporting on it and shit. It was like the whole night was about sexual assault is bad, women are great. All the best shows are women. All the best people are women. Women are great. Women are fucking golden. Women, 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 women. So, like, I don't know. Bryan Singer kind of goes against that women, 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 women narrative.
Right.
Because then it's like, oh, this is kind of making this point where boys are victims too. I don't know about that. Fuck that.
But like, think about how many people's hands have to be dirty, if not directly involved, then complicit after the fact.
Oh yeah.
For that type of fucking thing which is obviously to be going on for so long in Hollywood. I mean, there's got to be police collusion with that shit. I mean, you know, the cops have to be fucking aware because people have made fucking reports and shit, but they always end up going nowhere. So it's like, I don't know. I think when that one blows up, it's going to be...
Wanglers, keep on wangling. Another thing is that Bryan Singer is not really a super public fucking figure. I mean, like, people know who that... I couldn't even tell you what his face looked like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I know his name, I know some of the movies he's done, but I can't even put a face to that in my mind.
Well, he doesn't have a very memorable face, anyway.
I mean, he's not an on-camera talent.
But, I mean, it's not even really... Because, you know, the fact that he's not maybe a household name or whatever, he's a big fucking Hollywood director.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he just got shit canned from his most recent project, so, you know, they made it seem like it was about something else, but I'm pretty sure it was about that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're just like, man, this guy's too risky.
Dinor is a wangler. Oh, shit.
I do like some of his movies, though. Especially the first couple X-Men movies. Although the first one hasn't really aged that well. The second one still holds up pretty well.
All right. Battery warning means it's time to go. See you later, bitches.